Is expressed for the following program. If you are easily triggered or offended, please exercise caution. Because the hosts really don't care. Warning, this show is not for children. And not for coworkers either. And yes, that includes you, Cindy. And could you warn us the next time you're bringing in fish for lunch?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the show. I'm JJW. That's not Angry Deacon over there. Deacon, look what I found. I found the buttons for the words.
How did you do? I saw that this morning. I was like, hey.
I have it was over in the for some reason that's over in a different page, a settings, a little toggle tab. I don't know who turned it on or off.
Wow.
I'm not sure. But I found our thing, so we can go back to our yucks and jokes about that. Good morning,
Hi,
sir.
everyone. Hi, my friend JJW. You look darker. Is it blackout curtains there, or you didn't?
These are blackout curtains. They are blackout curtains, and they work very well.
Oh yeah, you can tell. I've had those before. I've needed blackout curtains.
It keeps the heat down a little bit, but also makes it dark. I just don't have the other lights on. I'll get the other lights on in a second. I had a thought.
What are you looking at over there?
I'm looking at you, but I moved where you're at. I actually, you can't tell very much, but I changed my whole thing.
No, I can tell because it looks weird now. You looking up there. I'm
a little too close to you.
No, it just looks like you're looking like look at me. You're looking like this.
I know. I'm like,
and it looks really strange.
Yeah, okay. So
you're gonna have to move. We're gonna have to figure out a new place to put your. See, my camera's right here.
Maybe I should just look at you
right here.
Yeah,
and you are right here. So your face is literally 2 inches from the camera. So it looks
maybe I should put sunglasses on. Would that help if you just couldn't see
cool.
my eyes?
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, just wear sunglasses.
If I weren't such a massive narcissist, I wouldn't be staring at you and myself at the same time. But that's where chat's at also. Okay, let me put the tweet out. Okay, we're tweeting out. We have a show going. Welcome to the show, everybody. I don't know where I'm at. Yeah, I had to change all my stuff. I actually changed my desk. My previous desk that I had was taking up a lot more space. And I went to the store this weekend, found this great little bit smaller desk. It's not a drawing table, so it's no longer angled. So my coffee no longer just slides off the table and falls on the floor. Oh, okay. That's very interesting. All right. Well, good morning, everybody.
I'm not yawning because you're bored. I'm yawning because I'm fucking tired. I'm listening to you, so I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. What's up, man? How was your weekend? Tell me that you had something great happen and you feel good.
I had something great happen and I feel good, JJ.
Nothing. All right. Well,
this weekend was this weekend. I really didn't have anything. It was kind of a boring weekend. So
nothing interesting happened
around the house. No, I did some stuff around the house, and Alex had another little concert on Saturday that I took a nap and I overslept and made it out and watched him play the drums for his other little. He was setting in for another garage band, high school band, whose drummer
was it
out. So
was it on the show, or did you send it to like in Discord that you sent
Discord.
photos of him? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was on our Discord server of him playing the drums at his little high school show. It was pretty cool. There was other parents were there, and and I told Ashley, I was like, I think this is funny because these kids, I am 46 years old. I am an old man. I'm an old dad. All right. And when these 15, 16, 17-year-old kids look at me, they automatically, look at that old man over there. He knows he's an old dad. And they judge me by like their parents. But what they don't understand is that I'm probably more musically knowledgeable than any single one person in that whole room and have more connections to more fucking musical people than any one person in that whole room. And if they would just talk to me,
right,
they would make all kinds of connections.
That's not going to happen because you get profiled. Because you're an old geezer.
Because I'm an old geezer and I get profiled. You're exactly right. And they're like,
right.
okay, you might not have ever heard of this song, but this one's called Orion by Metallica. And I'm like, dude, I've listened to that fucking song so many times. You don't even know. I've heard that song 1,000 times before you even thought of. So I think it's funny. But anyway, it was there with a bunch of high school kids and stuff, and me and Ashley and some of their parents and stuff. And it was kind of fun.
Speaking of music.
Yeah.
Why don't you do a song of the day? Do you have a theme this week?
Yeah, actually, I do. I added my song last week that I couldn't get shit to work. My song last week, so it's up there. It was Helmet Undone, if you remember that song. But this week, I thought I wanted to do, I heard this song over the weekend. I play it on my radio station, and I love this song. And it's by a person that you may know, but you probably don't know a lot about.
Okay.
Hoyt Axton. Do you know Hoyt Axton? The name
I don't know that I've ever heard that before.
Okay, wait a minute. Hang on. Don't look him up.
I'm not all right.
I'm going to show you his picture, and as soon as you see his picture, you'll be like, "Wait a minute. Where do I know this guy from?" And I'm going to tell you where you know this guy from. So there's Hoyt Axton. You see him? Doesn't he look familiar?
Hey, hold on. Yeah, no. Hold on. No, wait. Bonanza?
No. Well, I don't know. Maybe
Gunsmoke, maybe.
He was the dad in Gremlins.
Oh yes, with the
he was the dad in Gremlins.
The toothbrush chainsaw stuff.
Yep, he was the dad in Gremlins, and I'm sure he done a lot of other stuff. But Hoyt Axton is the son of Mae Axton, and Mae Axton is the Queen Mother of Nashville. She is a songwriter. She wrote Heartbreak Hotel. She introduced Elvis to Colonel Tom Parker and RCA Records. And they come from the Axtons are a long line of great songwriters. And Hoyt is a great songwriter. There is plenty of classic songs and classic rock songs that you listen to that you're like, I thought Three Dog Night sang Never Been to Spain. No, Hoyt Axton wrote that song, so there are plenty of the songs that he wrote that you've heard before that you probably don't know he wrote. Well, this one was a song that I play on my station called Della and the Dealer. And it's it's kind of a story song. And it's a trippy song. It's really good song. I'm adding it today because it's got this is what I'm adding to this today is a comment that I found on a website that I go to with a bunch of music nerds. And this comment explains this song in such a way that I was like, whoa, I didn't realize that. And the comment's so long that Discord's saying, oh, that's way too much. So I've got to take out some more crap. Hang on.
I'm waiting for the link that I can.
I'm going to post it.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of words. Okay.
And then there's the rest of it.
Oh my Lord. Deke, you got content for people.
I got content check out today. So Della and the Dealer and a dog named Jake and a cat named Kalamazoo. So you got to listen to that song. It's a pretty cool song. And Hoyt's got a really cool voice. If you remember Gremlins, he's got a real.
Yeah, that 40 years of smoker voice.
Yeah, the smoker's voice. But it's real smooth. It's a smooth sounding voice. Hoyt Axton. So this week we're doing we'll call them forgotten songwriters, obscure songwriters that you probably know. I can name 2 or 3 off the top of my head right now, but I think you'll like this one.
Okay. And if only we could predict the news, then you could do your themes based on like major trends in the news. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good morning, everybody. Today is June 12th, 2023. It's a brand new Monday morning, brand new week, and all the problems in the world have been solved, except for just a few. And it is true though that we still have some damn liars in the world, and some. Oh, come on get your thing off of here. Get your comment off of my. I don't know what he's done here.
Sorry, man. My song ended on me.
I can't get your comment off of my title. I couldn't make it go away. Damn liars. Ukraine spies blame Russian spies for the dam. So
you ain't got cuss, dude.
No, I wasn't cussing. You see, the word damn is a homonym. It's a homonym. It's a word that sounds like another word.
You haven't got a cuss.
I tried to explain homonyms to my 4 and 5-year-old this weekend. It was hilarious.
Mom used to make homonyms with like butter at supper.
No.
Is it hominy? That's my bad.
That's
I got
hominy.
Confused.
My daughters love to say like something and something rhyming words, and they'll be like blue and chew rhyming words because whatever, first grade or whatever, they were learning rhyming words, and so they'll go all the time and they'll just find some words and 2 words that rhyme, and you'll just declare that they are rhyming words. and so I was like,
yeah, hell,
I was like wood and wood rhyming words, except they're spelled differently because they're homonyms. And my girls are like, that's not right, Dad.
You're dumb, Dad. They encourage that rhyming stuff though, because we do that around the house. We used to when we were kids, because I would do that and kind of sing little stupid songs, but it's good to get your brain going real quick, because if you've only got a couple of seconds to think of another rhyming word, it makes you quick on the brain. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's cute.
Anyway. Okay. So Deke, you have to take this for what it's worth, but there's no reason not to totally believe we have no reason whatsoever to not believe these people when they say this. So, but we're going to take this on face value. Some Ukrainian spies are claiming that they have intercepted a phone call of Russian soldiers saying, quote, it was our sabotage group that destroyed the Kharkova dam. So that pretty much like it ends the debate, I would think, right? Like, oh, the Ukrainian spies, they say that they got the Russians.
Yeah, I mean, you can't fake anything these days. Pictures or people's voices or videos, you can't fake it. So if you see it with your eyes, it has to be real. What are you doing?
I'm just moving us over here. I don't know. What do you think? Is this not good?
No.
Is it making you uncomfortable?
I don't like looking at my face.
Okay.
It's so big.
Let's see if I do this.
No. We need to see the article. We don't need to see our stupid faces.
We don't need to see our faces. No. All right. So Ukrainian spies say they intercepted a phone call. This is just immediately. I'm just like, no, I don't believe you. A Russian, huh? Maybe, I don't know. But we kind of look like an ad there.
I don't care.
Are you sure you don't want to see your face just bigger on the screen? A Russian soldier revealed it was their sabotage group that destroyed the dam in Ukraine, spies say. I mean, at least they're being honest about who's making these claims.
I don't know if it is for everybody else watching at home, but I can't read anything on your screen. It is all blurry.
It's all bad. It's not good.
No.
Why is that? What if I go down here? Is it better if I do this? Get away from me. Get away from me. All right, let's try again. Let's see. Let's try again. I wouldn't have thought that moving my desk so much would have done
Quit
this.
Moving shit, dude.
Okay.
It's not broke.
All right.
Hey, that's actually better. I can actually read the word.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I'm going to have to turn on my monitors, I guess. Okay. So, Ukrainian security services say the soldier discussed the dam's destruction in an intercepted phone call. Floodwaters caused by explosions rushed downstream this week, swamping Ukrainian villages. A Ukrainian spy on Friday said they intercepted a phone call from a Russian soldier who admitted that they blew up the Kharkova dam. Deke, do you want to read this in Russian talk? Maybe? No?
It's not them who hit us. It was our sabotage group. They wanted to scare us with this dam. It went not as planned, but more than they planned.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Dracula.
Like Chernobyl, right? Lots of vodka, comrade.
That's great. Okay. The insider was unable to verify the veracity of the call or when it took place. So we have an unverified call from a Russian spy, from a Russian saboteur that was intercepted by a Ukrainian spy with no evidence, not a screenshot, not a recording. They just I just heard it was these Russians.
Vlad said it the other day, so it has to be true. I don't know where that's not Russian anymore.
Yeah. That's Dracula.
That's just some crazy Romanian.
Oh, look. Hey, here's my little baby girl. Man, dude, these are the days, dude. That's my baby.
Random thoughts there. With
I looked up and I saw it hanging behind me. And I was like, oh, my little baby.
Barefaced JJ.
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean, this goes along the same lines as them. Okay, so Russia blew up the dam. Well, didn't Ukraine blow up the pipeline? So, I mean,
yes.
So the ball's in your court now, Ukraine. You know, it's like, what the fuck? It's like,
guys,
Ukraine pushed you down, so they like pulled your hair. What's next?
Yeah. This, Deke, I think maybe, possibly, the United States is kind of backing. You partnered up with Ukraine. I think maybe Ukraine's not being honest. I think they might be lying about a bunch of things.
Really? You think so? Because I mean, the whole time in World War II, when England was like, the U.S. shit, they ain't helping us. They're neutral. They ain't helping us. Are you helping us? No, we ain't helping you. We ain't fucking England tea. We don't even drink tea. So yeah, England said that the whole time too, JJ.
I think maybe. I'm not saying the Russians are good guys. I'm just saying I think maybe we're passengers.
The whole story. That we're only being fed one part of a narrative in order to influence our thoughts.
We might be being lied to by.
I wouldn't think that's been done by humans for the last 5,000 years.
Well, if I've said it a million times or not, I don't know. But everybody lies, and you shouldn't believe anybody. You shouldn't even believe us. This is not a news show.
No, we're not a news show. I don't know why.
We read the news to insulate ourselves from saying stuff that would otherwise get me banned on YouTube.
Honestly, JJ, I think that says it all.
We could have just called each other. Here's the thing. I didn't want to, Deke. I don't know when you're at work or when you're at home, and if I just call, it might ring and wake up Ashley. So instead, we should do this on the internet.
Just do this on the internet.
I think I'm being more courteous this
You
way.
are being more courteous, and I appreciate it.
Also, a couple hours ago, this related story posted. This is from LA Times, which are known for being very honest and good journalists and stuff.
Absolutely. 100% ethical.
Yeah. Is there a shortcut? That would make it easier if I was able to shortcut this thing on. Can't do it. Ukraine's dam collapse is both a fast-moving disaster and it's also a slow-moving ecological catastrophe.
Wow. I mean, dude, what's the next article by Lori Hannett here? And I thought it took 3 fucking people to write this story because the next collaboration of these 3 fucking geniuses, their next article that we're going to get next week in the LA Times is the sun produces heat and may cause you to burn if you stand out in it.
Okay, before we even read this article, you're right. Story by Lori Hannett and Sam McNeil and Ilya Novikov. What is the prediction? What percentage of prediction is there that there contains bullshit in this story? Ilya Novikov.
First of all, if I was the editor, I would be like, no, your fucking title sucks. Your title sounds like you're talking to a fucking 2-year-old or a 5-year-old, and people hate to be talked down to no matter how stupid they are. If you're talking to the stupidest person in the world, they hate being talked down to. So Ukraine's dam collapse is both a fast-moving disaster and a slow-moving ecological catastrophe. That's like,
you know what it is?
Stating the fucking obvious.
It seems like they were trying to be clever and be like, it's fast, but it's also slow. But really, it just sounds like we couldn't figure out what to say, so we're just going to say something that means nothing.
So why are we okay? So what's what's the story?
Well,
I just
we're
want
going
to
to
make
talk.
fun of the title because the title's
Right.
stupid.
Right. Okay. So the destruction of the Kharkov has flooded a bunch of homes and farms and fields and where they have newly planted grains. And remember, Ukraine is like the breadbasket of Europe. They make like all the wheat and grain and stuff like that, and then they ship it out. So, Ukraine is basically the farm belt for Europe, and destroying this dam has this ancillary effect of flooding these fields and flooding this stuff, this downrange stuff. So I think maybe that's what they're talking about, the some of the slow moving disasters. So
the long term on this, absolutely, it's going to cause things to go up. You can't get anything in or out anymore. And if they're a big farm, I mean, I was just reading Thursday on the fact that I told Ashley, I was like, get prepared for everything, all the food to go back up here at the end of the summer. I said, prices will raise on our food at the end of the summer. And she said, why? And I said, because this drought that has been going on in America right now is hitting Kansas really fucking hard. And do you know what Kansas produces more than anything else? Wheat. And they're saying that the wheat crop is going to be half of what it's been. So it's going to cause all of your food to go up because wheat is in every freaking thing.
Right.
So
let them eat
the
bread
same way over there with Europe. If they're a big, absolutely, it's going to cause things to go up.
Yeah.
This sounds like this a bunch of 21-year-olds typing these articles. It's like, did you know that this is going to cause this to happen? And all of us are like, yeah, you didn't know. Oh, you're young and you're just now learning this for the first time. Yeah, isn't that cool? That's cool how that happens, but we've known this for years. Thanks for the article, though.
So the Ukrainian foreign minister, Andriy Melyankin, called the dam's destruction the worst environmental catastrophe in Europe since the Chernobyl disaster.
Absolutely, I will agree with that. I've been watching a lot of stuff on that. I was watching I posted a little thing on that I had found. I posted a thing in our Discord server of all these people. They were clips of all these people going and they were rescuing the animals and people's pets in their houses that they had to leave and stuff. And these people were like breaking down windows and breaking down walls and stuff to get these pets out of these houses. And they've got these special floating things, and they've got all these pet carriers and harnesses, these crew that's going in to rescue these pets. God bless those people, man.
And there's people that live there, they're like, man, come on. We're just trying to like live our lives. And we got Russians coming over here. We got Ukrainians coming over here. We got people lying to us about blew up a dam. My whole house is flooded.
Right. There's people that are just trying to live their lives that are caught in the middle. That's funny that you bring that up. I don't know why I was thinking that this morning, but I was thinking about Sodom and Gomorrah. And I was thinking, it was some article I read. It was something about, I remember I was watching the news and they had hacked a message board, a signboard somewhere that said they hacked it and said, kill all gays. And they were talking about this and it was the news story. And so I was sitting here working and my brain was thinking, and I'm like, man, Sodom and Gomorrah, and they destroyed the city because of all the unruly and unnasty, all the stuff, immoral behavior that was going on. And we know about Lot and his wife. Yeah, his wicked. Yeah. And we know about Lot and his wife, and we know about the angels that came into town, and we know about some of the people, but there was a bunch of people that lived there that probably did not participate in the wicked behavior that are like America. Yeah. I was kind of making it akin to America. There are people that live in America that don't participate in the immoral and wicked behavior. But if you're on the outside looking at America what are you seeing first and foremost thrown in your face all the time? That everyone in America dances around like this and they wear this and they do this and they're all gay. That's what you think. So the people like us that live in America that don't really say anything. I mean, me and you are a little different because we actually do have an internet show where we bitch about this
a
shit.
little bit.
Most people don't, and most people don't say anything.
Man,
well,
you have to be quiet or you're going to get
compliant. Exactly. Yeah. You're just as compliant. So all those people that were the same way in Sodom and Gomorrah that were just like, well, it happens, but I don't have any, and whatever they do in their house is fine with me. If you get destroyed, you get destroyed. So don't complain.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I don't guess you will complain.
I mean, I saw,
the thought that was going through my head this morning as I was sitting here working.
It's kind of funny you say that. And like, we don't even really bag that much on all of the like pride and gay stuff that's happening. I mean, we made a little bit of fun of Target or whatever, but this weekend I saw a story. I didn't even put it in the show notes. I saw a story about a family friendly drag show, right? Parade down the street. And maybe it was on Timcast. Maybe Tim had a clip of it. And there was a guy in like BDSM gear and his butt cheeks straight hanging out.
That's where the problem is. Okay. Like, okay. Man. So I was thinking about this the other day and I thought, what's the difference between getting down to brass tacks and not making a joke out of this? I can tell you where I was thinking about this. I was mowing the yard. I was on the riding lawnmower. And I was thinking about this. What's the difference being logical and not taking humor completely out of it? Right. What is the difference between a drag queen and a circus clown?
Oh, yeah. No, there's fundamental difference. Because the drag queen, they straight up paint their entire face and they have like rainbow colored hair or poofy.
Why? Why do they do that?
It's a costume. It's a costume.
Why does a clown do that?
I want attention.
It's a costume to entertain people. They do the same thing to entertain. They wear elaborate outfits. Clown wears elaborate outfits. They want attention. Both. So there's not much. So
drill
I was
deeper.
Thinking,
Drill deeper though.
Children drag shows is fine, but that's where I draw the line. You start.
Is it fine?
Wait a minute. If they're going to be clowns, a clown child show is fine. That's fine, but we don't need to call them drag shows because a drag automatically incites some sort of sexual, if they incorporate sex into it, it seems to be that's where the problem is. But if we just think about, I'm sorry, I was trying to block the light there. It looks like I'm hands up, don't shoot. If you, I wasn't trying to make fun. I was trying to block the light.
Don't tase me, bro.
Blind ass light. If we want to, it's a clown show. Let's make it a clown show.
Okay.
But take the sexualized, take that out of it because I don't have clowns walking around with dildos, hitting people over the head with dildos. That would be absolutely no, absolutely. So what's the difference?
I tell you, drill in. Consider these two things, right? Clowns, drag queens. Why, at the heart level, why is a clown dressing up like a clown? And the answer is to entertain people, right? To entertain people. Why is a drag queen dressing up like a drag queen and pretending to be a person of another sex and being, demonstrative and exaggerated? Yeah, I'll keep going. Oh. And the reason is because part of it is it's a sexual fetish of some kind for a person in drag to trick other people. Even for a moment, oh, you thought I was a woman. Oh, you thought I was a girl. Oh, you looked over here and thought that I'm a female. And that desire to fool someone is rooted in some sort of sexual perversion. And that is the difference. That's the difference. I think I hear my baby girl in the other room. Oh, man. Okay. And so, I mean, that's the difference between a drag show and a drag queen and a clown is the motivation. And, that kind of motivation, that dark sexual motivation that isn't admitted to, So I'm sure Deacon wants to say, hey, good morning, David, over in Rumble. So glad you're here this morning, sir.
What?
I was just saying good morning to David. He's in Rumble right here.
I heard you say Deacon when I come back.
I said I said David. I said good morning, David. Oh, I was wondering if you had anything else to say about it. The difference that I say is that, you know, a clown's core motivation is to like dress up and entertain people and maybe trick them into laughing or, you know, whatever. But a drag queen's core motivation down at the deepest part is for just a moment, it would be so satisfying to that person that if they could just trick someone for a moment to thinking that they are a woman. And that's a sexual motivation.
I don't think that's what it is for all of them, because they're obviously not women.
Yeah,
it's obvious. It's obvious.
Yeah, sure. But I think part of it is like
now I'm not gonna say that with all of them, because there's some that aren't obvious,
right?
But 99% of them are obvious. That's a man.
I'm not an expert in drag stuff, so.
Oh well, I just look for the fucking Adam's apple. It's pretty easy.
Busted my headphones. All right.
I was just making a freaking random thought. I didn't want like to.
Listen. I understand what it's like to be out mowing your yard and thinking about drag queens. I get it.
Whatever, you know. That's my personal time. Leave me alone.
don't
judge me. You ever get a song stuck in your head and you can't stop singing it? All right.
Yes, dude. So dude, I have been listening to Jack Johnson for 3 weeks now.
About 7 years ago, I'm out mowing the freaking yard and I don't have on headphones. And I didn't have on headphones the other day when I was thinking, or I wouldn't have been thinking about drag queens. I'd have been listening to the YouTube videos.
Right.
But so this song was stuck in my head and I was mowing the yard and I told that story on the radio and I've had people call and laugh at me because of this story. So now it's my mowing the yard song. And it's a song called, this is what I was singing as I was mowing the yard. I'm the happiest girl in the whole USA. As I'm mowing, I'm singing "The Happiest Girl in the Whole USA" by Jeannie C. Riley. And so I told that story one day on the air. I'm like, I was singing this song in my head the other day while I was mowing, and I had a couple of old dudes thought that was the funniest shit in the world. And they call me and they poke fun at me. So now when I play that song, I'm like, hey, I got my yard mowing song. This is my mowing the yard song coming up. Yeah. And it's fun. It's a funny
lot of
work
joke to cut that grass out there. It's hot. Get off my ass. I gotta motivate myself.
Leave my choice of music out of this.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
We've got a million stories, and we've got. I know
there's so many,
left.
and there's some of them that I'm just
stories this morning in 35 minutes. I posted a shit ton of stories. I was like, JJ better be happy with me because there's a bunch of really good ones.
Where's I don't know. Okay, so what happened over the weekend? Can we summarize it? Trump got indicted, right? We talked about that last week, and like people,
it's still pissing me off that all these damn and I try to ignore it, but they just keep throwing it in your face. The left people is like, Trump did this and he's gonna sell all these secrets and he's a bad man. You see what he's doing? And you want to be like, bitch, fucking Hillary Clinton did the same thing, but I guarantee you she was gonna fucking sell them. And Biden just got caught with some of the same fucking shit at his house. Right. I'm so sick of this. If why don't we see that this is a fucking smoke screen? Right. I don't understand why people
is not. We do not treat people the same. The law is not equally applied, right? It is not. If you are a Democratic president, if you're a Democratic criminal, you are going to get to skate and your story is going to get ignored. And the journalists are going to be like, well, you know, we can't really cover it or whatever. If you are, if you're a Democrat, you can basically get away with crimes unless you do it so stupidly that everybody can see it and then they can't ignore the story.
And then they can't ignore it.
Yeah. But if there's any excuse whatsoever for journalists to just ignore your story, they won't cover it. And meanwhile, the Department of Justice very, very clearly appears to be weaponized to take out Trump so that he can't run for president. They're trying to prevent him from running for president.
Yeah, but they are. They are.
Mom's not here. She went to work. Do you want to come over here and get a hug? What's up, Grumpy?
I wanted to tell Mommy
Hang on. Come here. I can't hear you way over there.
My house is ruined.
Okay. I can't hear you way over there. Okay.
I'm not telling you.
All right. Well, all right, girls. It's 7:30. So you can come talk to me, or you can go back to your You can go back to your room. What's it gonna be?
His oldest.
Back to your room.
How old is she?
She is almost 6 years old.
Oh,
my oldest daughter is almost 6 years old.
You can hear a little bit of that sass.
I'm talking about you.
Say Uncle Deacon is wanting to say hi.
I got some sass. Hey, Deke wants to say hi to you. No? He's crying. You made him cry. You made him cry, Joe. You want to see? Why are you grinning? Come here. There we go. So this one kind of enjoys it when other people are upset. It's a little worrying. All right.
That idea. How about after
you have an idea?
How about after Julex's doctor appointment, we go get ice cream?
Oh, that is an excellent idea.
Yeah, but that's between you and Mom. All right, girls, you have 20 minutes that you're still supposed to be in bed. So if you're going to get up early, then you need to go get dressed.
So, can I read a book?
Yes, go. Go. And close the door.
I am that type of person.
I'm not supposed to let them up early.
I am that type of person that will injure myself to make a child laugh. I don't know what it is about it, but I will do something to actually injure myself if I can get a laugh.
Did you notice how I said you made Uncle Deacon cry, and she was like, "I want to see." Oh, I love it. I want other people to suffer. Oh my God, what am I doing? I think I'm doing a bad job, Deacon.
No. She knows she's cute, so she can get away.
All right. If Deke is crying, is he no longer the happiest girl in the USA? That's a question from David Buckham.
If I'm crying, I am no longer the happiest girl in the whole USA.
All right. Let's see. Hillary, Trump's been indicted. Hillary Clinton is trolling him.
Yeah. So, did you see that?
Yeah. So then the indictment comes down, 37 counts of espionage or whatever. Everybody knows it's BS.
Oh, he's going to sell these to Russian hackers.
This woman right here, this evil, friggin' horrible witch.
You say that about her?
She is evil.
She has done more for this country.
She's killed how many people?
Come up with.
She's directly responsible for the deaths of how many people?
Anything that she's done in this country, but she's done a lot.
Okay. Hillary Clinton trolls Trump following the indictment, but her emails merch tweet. So there's this. Is this a doctored photo? Because you know that she ain't been that young in like 50 years.
I heard say that photo's from like 92. That's not a doctored photo. That's from 92.
So what do you mean it's not a doctored photo? This is from 92. What are you talking about?
Oh, they've doctored the hat. They put a hat on her, but yeah, they used a photo of Hillary from 92 or something from the 90s because her old fucking haggy.
Yeah. What's up, Hillary? Why don't you
look like that anymore?
Why don't you post a current photo with this hat on?
No shit, because she looks like
big old fat face and wrinkles.
Just one little bite.
Yeah.
Oh, God almighty. She actually looked like she's innocent there.
Yeah.
Look, JJ. Look, she hasn't killed anybody in that picture.
Yeah. At this point in time, she's killed a lot fewer people.
She's killed a lot fewer people in that.
I wouldn't go so far as to say zero, but
the greatest
it less for sure
of all time. Happy birthday to this future president. God. God, my eye's itching now.
Let's see.
All that fake crying made my eye itch. And they took my shit out of here this weekend. They move everything in my studio. The cleaner that comes in on Sundays and cleans, they move stuff around. It pisses me off.
Deke, I had an idea for a coffee cup. I was wondering about this. You're left-handed, right?
No.
Aren't you you're not left-handed? But don't you drink your coffee cup don't you usually drink it with your left hand? Isn't that your left hand?
Only because $1,000 electronic board, keyboard. Do you know?
Okay.
28-year radio veteran.
Right.
Ask me how many drinks I've spilt on a keyboard.
How many drinks have you spilt?
A bunch. So I keep this shit away. Now it's like that's why I do this over here. I have this little area. My whole desk is round. It's like a horseshoe. So I have this. So I keep. So that's the only reason I grab it with my left hand.
So I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, I always see Deke holding it with one hand, and I always hold it with the other. I was thinking, what if we had a cup that on one side, on my side, it said Deacon was right, and on your side of the cup, it said JJ was right.
Well, I can hold the cup whichever way.
Oh, okay.
I got some brand. We can do some product placement.
I'm just brainstorming here. We just need a good idea.
Jesus Lord, you're trying to sell us, and we got stuff to talk about.
I just want us to have something. I don't care if anybody else buys anything. I'm just trying to think of a good thing for us.
I want something for us too.
Let's see. Trump indictment. He said he'd never be detained. He said he would stop World War III. I listened to his speeches. It's fine. I don't really think it's like.
Yeah. There was another story that I had that we won't get into about Lauren Boebert.
Oh yeah, Boebert.
The Pentagon viewed her as a security threat. Yeah, Here was one that I wanted to just touch on, JJ, but just because we touched on this last week, kind of when we talked about Cuba. But the U.S. confirms that China has had a spy base in Cuba for 4 years now. So that's probably why they're wanting to build all that.
Yeah, didn't they initially say there's no spy base in Cuba, and then they had backed up and like, well, actually, there is a spy base in Cuba. It's been there for like 4 years. But I definitely don't go there on the weekends. After after initially crying inaccurate, Biden administration confirms China has a spy base in Cuba since 2019. China's teamed up with a communist ally to spy on the U.S. just 90 miles south of Florida. The anonymous White House official said the U.S. intelligence community has known of China's spying from Cuba for a long time. Why are you screaming in my house? I told you to close the door. Close that door. Close the door.
This is the point. Mommy left her phone here, and it's ringing, and she's not here, which it's ringing, and she can't hit the phone.
Or bring it to me. It's on the charger. Okay, well, don't bring it to me, but close the door. She didn't do either of those things correctly.
Dude, I swear to God, I told Alex the other night, dude, I'm going to bed. Pick up your socks, pick up your drink, put your cup, throw your stuff away. Yeah. I said it 5 fucking times. Yeah. Guess what was still all sitting in the fucking living room?
All of it. Not one bit of it was done.
Every fucking bit of it was still.
It might have picked up the socks and then moved them and set them down, I think, into something else, and then it just made a different mess. When I give my kids are only 4 and 5, and when I give them instructions, I tell them what to do, and then I say, "Tell me what I just told you." 50% of the time, they can't, and so I have to tell them again.
I was in the room the other day over the weekend, and I heard Ashley go in there to Alex's room, and then she left, and I was like, I walked in there a little bit later. I was like, I looked out, and she was gone. Where the hell? I was like, where'd your mom go? And he's like, huh? I was like, where'd your mom go? He's like, I don't know. I was like, didn't she just tell you where she went? Yeah. Where'd she go? I don't remember. Jesus Christ. Son.
Brain.
You're going to have a real rough time in life. I'm just letting you, giving you a heads up right now. You're going to have a rough time. In all fairness, he is a 15-year-old boy that all he cares about right now is music and his little blonde-haired fuzzy wuskins. That's all he cares about. It's his little girlfriend and music and drums and this little blonde haired girl, and that's it. I don't blame him. I can't say that I hadn't been there before.
Let's change the topic. Dude, all of these friggin' web pages got all these ad blocker things popped up.
I had a couple more stories. Maybe we can save. I want to save the Unabomber one tomorrow.
We had a Tesla story and
tomorrow.
And an Elon story. So there's a Tesla and an Elon.
The Elon and the Unabomber story, and then the archaeologist story we can save, and then there's a Cracker Barrel story that I thought was interesting. I don't know what Tesla story you're talking about.
Oh, do we not have one? Yeah, apparently. Well, it's about autopilot and crashes.
Oh yeah, no, I heard that. Yeah, that actually is a big news story that they're talking about all over the place this morning. So.
Should we mention the Unabomber? I almost made a story about. I almost made a title about the Unabomber, but then I was like, I don't really want to glorify him, because he killed a bunch of people. He's a bad, a morally bankrupt person. But he, have you ever read his manifesto or even the kind of gist of it?
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, basically, it's like industrialization has corrupted our culture. And if we don't change this, there is a never-ending spiral of corruption that will, rot our country.
Hang on, how do
it was anti-technological, industrial. The first sense of it is the Industrial Revolution and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race. So I don't know how much of this I would agree with because I haven't read it yet, but what if, why does this? See, you got these pop-ups too.
I'm trying to, hang on. There we go. Oh no, damn it. You hit the button.
I turned it off.
I
turned it off because it's just
I was fixing it. I know I was fixing it. And as soon as I fixed it, you clicked it off. So never mind.
You could click it back on. Okay. So if the Unabomber is a bad guy and he writes a manifesto because he's a crazy person, but if the manifesto is 80% true, what does that mean? Like if you would agree with 80% of what, and I'm not saying you do, I'm just saying what if. What if you agree with 80% of what a crazy person writes as a manifesto?
Then he's not mean? Then you need to evaluate how we define the word crazy.
Right.
Okay? Because there's a fine line between genius and insanity. All right?
Okay.
There's a very fine line between, that's an old saying. There's a fine line between genius
I think he was a subject of the MK Ultra stuff in the 60s too. So he was experimented on when he was in college. And then he went on to become like a college professor. He was a math professor and, he was not just a broken person. He was broken by MK Ultra and, some other stuff. So he was maybe vulnerable and pushed too far. And like, it fractured his mind to the point where he like went and lived in isolation and then became convinced that, that our country and society are doomed unless somebody does something drastic, and that he spent like 20 years doing something drastic. And definitely the things he did was not right, but like what if he's not wrong about the corruption caused by industrialization, about corporate about the effects that corporate incentives have on shaping how we live. 150 years ago, like you would be born, your parents might be family, might be farmers or whatever, and like it would be a tough scrape life, but you could kind of live free. Today you're born, you grow up, you go to school because you have to be trained to do some kind of a job, and eventually for most people you're going to work for somebody else. You're going to be a slave for dollar bills because you have to pay your debt, you have to pay for housing, you have to pay for all of these things. And that does shape how our society is. So, corporate influences, industrial influences, it's not something that we can easily escape. We're too intertwined. I don't know, but the Unabomber's dead. So he apparently committed suicide, 81 years old. Don't know.
Me neither.
Not sure. I think I probably should read this thing, and then this manifesto thing, and be like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know.
Why not? Why not read it?
I mean, there's no reason not to.
Yeah, I never understood why people are like, I'm not reading that. Well, why not? Why? I mean, it's not.
When you were young and 20 or something, do you remember the news things and the image of the Unabomber being on screen because they hadn't caught him yet? Because they caught him in like 95. Yeah.
Ashley makes fun of me every time I put up my hoodie and put on my hoodie, and I'll put my hoodie on, and she'll go, Unabomber. It's a joke. Yeah, people still do that because that was the hoodie, the Unabomber picture. It was plastered everywhere in media. We were brainwashed into thinking a certain thing, JJ.
Yeah. I guess I guess the question I'm just kind of wrestling with is what if a bad guy is a little bit right about something?
What if somebody, wait a minute, hang on. Why don't you do this and change what you said? What if a bad guy is a little bit right about something? So let's take that sentence and let's reword it so it says the same thing, but it makes you feel a little bit better about yourself. Okay. So instead of bad guy says about a good thing, let's say, what if someone who has a lot of really good predictions and ideas crosses the line and does some bad things? Okay. Is it okay to believe in that stuff now? Because there are people who have killed other people in the name of Jesus Christ who says to not.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's people that do bad things in the name of good things that you still associate yourself with. So why not? Why can't we say that? Well, maybe some of these things that he was saying is not wrong, but he himself crossed a line. And
we don't know that he never. I mean, I don't know that he probably never expressed remorse about what he did. I don't know.
But I've said the same thing about me and Ashley have this joke that we say to each other when she shows me something on Facebook, or we see something where some crazy person that's talking about essential oils and she's looking crazy, like a crazy person. And me and Ashley are like, can you please shut up? Because you're making us all look like a fucking idiot. All right. Everybody's going to think essential oils are fucking hoey because you won't shut the fuck up. You're making us all look bad. It's the same thing with Christians. Haven't you ever seen that one Christian person and you're like, I wish you'd just be quiet, because I don't want to be associated with you.
I mean, like Benny Hinn or a good bunch of people on TV.
Yeah. Pat Robertson just died. We didn't talk about it, but Pat Robertson just died.
And he was not just like.
Gosh, I wonder where he's at now, huh? Do you think?
Oh, I don't know that he was a bad guy. I think that was a well-intentioned person. I think that was a well-intentioned person.
You think? You think he was?
I think so.
Or do you think that he was really good at making? You think he was really good at the grand illusion?
I don't know.
Do you think he could live like me? Do you think Pat Robertson would have been able to live like me for 10 years?
Do you have strong feelings about Pat Robertson? Because I only consider him to be like, he's that guy that was on CBN, and I think he ran for president back in the 80s.
I know about these. I don't go into. That's why I said a minute ago. Why don't you just read? I don't go in. I try not to go into stuff blind with the blind, and I have before and been re-educated on things, but I know a little bit about Pat Robertson.
Oh yeah. Well,
I don't hold him in high regard.
Ask me if there's any good people. Ask me if there's any. There's not any. There's no good people.
I know your answer. Yeah, no, it's rhetorical.
There's zero. There's zero good people.
Let me tell you one good person. There's one good person, JJ.
She's right in there.
Oh, that's cute. Indiana Jones, dude.
That's the Dial of Destiny. My wife texted me. She's like, "There's a new Indiana Jones movie. It looks pretty good. I watched the trailer," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Are you not an Indy fan?
No, I like Indiana Jones. It just, I mean, I just like the last movie, The Last Crusade. I thought it ended so well. Sean Connery.
That wasn't the last movie. It was the Crystal Skull.
What are you talking about?
That was a good one. And Deacon had never seen any of the Indiana Jones movies, so we all started watching.
Crystal Skull is a good movie.
We all started watching the Indiana Jones movies because he had never seen those before, and he's 16 now. And we went through them all. And right before we started the Crystal Skull, I stopped and I was like, "Now, son, all of the little sheepy internet sheep of the world are going to say, this is a terrible movie. This is a bad movie. It was about alien. Whatever the fuck they say, I was like, but I don't want you to listen to them. I want you to actually watch the movie. And then at the end, if you think it's a terrible movie, I want you to tell me if it's a terrible movie or not." And he liked it the same with me. He's like, "I didn't think it was a terrible movie. I thought it was really good." It's like, yeah, me too. Like the people didn't like it because it was about aliens, but they're completely fine with the freaking other shit that happened and a guy reaching into a chest and pulling out some guy's heart. They're completely fine with everything else that happens in those farcical movies, but they're all of a sudden offended by the fact that by the alien thing. Give me a freaking break.
Maybe it's an okay movie. But the prior three movies, the first three movies, are great movies.
No,
and I think it's like Raiders of the Lost Ark is like
they weren't great movies. The Last Crusade was a great movie. Raiders of the Lost Ark is an okay movie. The only reason we say it was a great movie was because it was the first one and it started. But go back and watch Raiders of the Lost Ark now and tell me that it was a great movie. And then watch The Temple of Doom and tell me that was a great movie. They're good movies.
I accept your challenge.
Last Crusade is a great movie, all right? But the only I will say the one stupid part that if I could cut anything from the Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, the one thing that I would have cut from that movie is the whole part where Shia LaBeouf is swinging on the vines with the monkeys.
Because that's the only thing I remember about it.
Dumbest fucking, I will agree. That's the dumbest shit. That should have been completely cut.
They're like giant ants. They were running from giant ants.
We are in an Indiana Jones movie running from giant ball. They flew out of a fucking airplane that was crashing into a mountain on a raft, JJ. And then they sailed on that raft all the way down a mountain into a freaking flowing river out to meet some Indians. All right, Jesus Christ.
Jumping out of an airplane on a raft is believable to me because it is perfectly in line with things that I had seen, like Bugs Bunny or Wile E. Coyote.
Watch that movie again. Anyway, the Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny looks interesting, but I would have been okay with giving the hat to someone else. I would have been fine with the Shia LaBeouf, Indiana Jones Jr.
I still would be fine with that. I would
too. I don't need Harrison Ford doing everything. He's 90 years old.
Yeah, and he's about to be an Avenger. He's about to be General Thunderbolt Ross. Like, super old. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny comes out June 30th. So between now and June 30th, will watch the previous three Indiana Jones movies.
Harrison Ford is 80 years old. 80.
Yeah, he's very old. I mean, we should probably elect him for president.
He was born in 1953.
Wow.
No. He was born in 1943.
1943? He is the age that Shia LaBeouf's character could be right now. All right. I think that's all we got this morning. What a great show. Yeah, what a great and amazing show. We're going to be back tomorrow at 6:30. We're going to drink coffee, and it's going to be even better. Deacon, I like to start the day positive. I like to come here and start the day positive, even if, maybe one of us is kind of a sour patch or something. I think we can manifest.
Which one are you insinuating, JJ?
It could be anybody. Hold on, let me get Indy. It could be you. It could be me. You never know how the day's going to go. But I believe that we can make literally by starting the day with a positive attitude and setting a positive mindset, we can make reality better. I believe it's possible. And I'm reading a book about it. It's pretty cool. So I think we can.
I'm not even going to make a joke about that because I made a joke on y'all were all talking about that. And I was like, nerds, but that's a very interesting subject to me too. I read everything that y'all are saying. I was like, I just hate typing. So I'm
gonna finish. I'm gonna get a little farther in the book. I'm gonna digest it a little bit. But this book I'm reading is so interesting because you know me a little bit, and you know that I'm very much like a person that kind of like tries to root himself in like manifest reality, and so by default I'm kind of like, well, my mind is whatever my brain does. My brain does it however it's built. It's how it is, and it's very possible that choosing to set a positive mood actively can rewire your brain and make reality better. So it's kind of interesting. I think it's interesting. So that's what we're doing. So
do I need to be positive? Is that what you're saying?
You don't have to do anything.
I have to
pay taxes.
Breathe and pay taxes. Yeah, I have to breathe and pay taxes.
All right. You just try to offset the negativity of paying taxes.
Scan that little thingy thing over there and join our Discord server and give us a dad joke because JJ's got this little Rolodex of dad jokes that he bought and that he's like, hey, I got dad jokes now. And they're all from like 1984. So please give him some great dad jokes.
Give me some better jokes.
All right, let's hear your 1984.
Okay, here it comes.
You're going first now.
Yeah, Deacon.
Yeah.
How do you know when a vampire is sick?
I don't know. How do you know when a vampire is sick?
Deacon. The vampire starts coughing.
Oh, coughing. Oh. See, that's terrible, man. That's terrible. I didn't even get it at first. See, that's like me. I cracked a joke the other day on a Zoom meeting and nobody laughed. I'm not even.
Really?
I'm not even remotely funny.
It did take a second. It was like, oh, I thought you were telling a real story. Oh no, that was the joke. Got it.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks for watching, everybody. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Be back tomorrow morning. Follow the channel. Don't be gay. Oh,
I'm the happiest.
I think we're going to get cancer.